Okay guys, welcome to February 8th. So today we're going to, in just a few minutes, we're going to review kind of few topics, right? So first one, of course, is gold. So if you have noticed, if you have saw my video last week or even the week before, then you know that gold is doing pretty well. Then if you bought it, you must be profiting right now. So you should buy me some gifts. So I give you a PO box. Just kidding, right? Or you can call me, right? So, but right now, should we take profit? So, because right now it's going up also. It's 39 right now. So, remember, leave me thank you below, right? Because I bought something too. Okay. So, the second one is about the stock indices around the world. So, you kind of see the discrepancy between the Western stock markets and the Eastern stock markets. So, how should we prepare our investment strategies? So and Nasdaq, should we buy stocks or not? So and in the end, we see kind of a big news coming up yesterday. So it was about the drop in oil crude prices. So what is happening now? Should we buy now? Should we wait? So kind of these few topics is the today's topics. So first of all, we can look at the index in the West, especially in US. For example, Nasdaq has again hit historic high again yesterday. Is 56.74. But you see the candlestick pattern is pretty weird because before it closes, it came back down. So this is not exactly a shooting star, but it is kind of reflect the psychology of the market. It's kind of doing not pretty well, right? So so we see the trend came to the Eastern market today. So the Eastern market, it's the Shanghai, the Chinese stock market. It kind of it came down pretty bad today, and also the Hang Seng Index, it came down pretty bad also. So why? First of all, because if we look at the candlestick pattern of the U.S. stock, is not pretty good, but in points wise, it looked good because it's going up. So sometimes candlestick patterns are pretty good in explaining the market fluctuation or the psychology in between in the trading hours. So secondly, we see the latest news is about the Chinese foreign reserve was hitting not historic, it's hitting new low. So it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad news. But we are doing a live show with Hang Seng at 1 p.m. in Eastern time, Beijing time. So we also talk about this already. It is already anticipated because you see the strong USD and weak renminbi is all anticipated, right? So the reserve must be low. So we said that don't worry about this news. Worry about something else. For example, in the two parties meetings in March in China and the presidential election, stuff like that, or even Donald Trump, not about the reserve. So you see, before the stock market closed, the Hang Seng Index and Shanghai Composite all went back up, and this is a really big correlation with all global markets. For example, it's a 0.4 correlation with Hang Seng Index and 0.4H with the Taiwan Index. And Hang Seng and Taiwan, and together with Chinese market, will influence the Western market, for example, DAX and Nasdaq and Dow Jones, right? So this is pretty good signal right now in this market. So before stock market opened in the or stock market closed in the US, we'll see the big change is Nasdaq. If you remember last week, I said any day if you see a solid bullish candlestick, you can buy Nasdaq. You can buy Nasdaq ETF, you can buy Nasdaq future, or because of Nasdaq showing a buying signal, you can buy tech stocks, right? For example, I talked about Amazon. In the last video, I talked about Amazon. It's kind of a few weeks ago, right? So if you bought it last week, it's also pretty good. It's right now 800. For me, the most money that the last time I purchased, I bought Amazon. This was in 500 range. This range is a golden ratio and it's a tunnel, bottom of the tunnel. So for me, it's pretty. The profit is pretty good, right? The skin is pretty good in the game. Okay, so another thing would be Facebook, Google. You see, it can, if you start to prepare to purchase this stock only because there's a buying signal in the Nasdaq index, don't buy in any time, right? So with the identify the valuation, growth, and also at last before you buy, you have to look at the chart. That's for sure. So why? Two reasons. First of all, it is not growing. The stock is not going up. It's underperforming all the indices because of the Donald Trump effect. Is sure enough, he said that they will do something about the big tech stock market, about monopoly, or maybe slow down the growth. And secondly, you see, technically recently is also underperforming all the stocks and especially Dow Jones index. So the chance comes when in February. So the valuation and earning proposal will all coming up. So if you want to leave me some comments, I can do some analysis of individual tech stocks. So we will know that maybe February is the chance, but you have to find a good chance to purchase a good stock, right? Good stock with solid growth. So I think Amazon could be the one. So maybe that's a chance. But anyway, if you didn't buy the stock, that's okay. We've talked about Nasdaq already. If you bought it last week, you're profiting right now. But today, if it shows a bearish candle, especially if it goes below 56.40, this range, you have to leave, or in short term, if you speculate, you have to take profit or even cut loss. So that's unfortunate. But if it really goes up and challenging 5,800 points and you didn't do anything today, then you do not have anything to do when it is going up, because you didn't buy anything. You can just have your popcorns and watch the market goes up. And the second one is, of course, gold. So for the last Wednesday, this is Friday, today is Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So these 2 days are the latest suggestion that I asked you guys to buy gold. If you trust me enough, don't trust me, trust statistics. What I say is most likely it will go up. It's not for sure. There's never 100%, right? So if you can balance your portfolio, balance your trade, and you make sure your trade is disciplined and you make it ASAP, then the risk and return should be on your side. The benefits is on your side. You can take advantage of that. If you make it enough, you have enough skin of the game. Right now is 12.38. So if you haven't bought it, too late. Right? It's for sure too late. But in the future, I still have videos about index currencies, stock markets. I will share. Then make sure that I did my homework. That's higher chance you can profit, lower chance you can lose. Then you calculate profit and loss and make sure to just buy it right now. So if you procrastinate the execution, the risk and return will be distorted already, and the calculation in the game is different already, right? So right now, if you bought the gold, congratulations, you can mail me some gifts. You can ask me to go to the United States or Singapore, anything to treat me. Just kidding, but the next phase is 12.48. If it hits 12.48 and it shows a downtrend and reverse trend, you can take profit. Another way is, what if it comes back down before it hit 12.48? Then if you ask this question, you will probably be speculating. Then for sure, you can just take profit right now, okay? So for me, I can take risk of losing money that it will have a chance hitting even above 12.48. So at 12.48, if it shows a solid bullish candlestick, then don't be a fool. Just hold it and wait for another higher level to sell the gold. So by that time, I'll update you another number. So one of the big news last night is oil. Oil, the news is about the U.S. API supply is surprisingly higher than anticipated. So the stock price came down hard, right? So this is really something that we know, right? So Donald Trump said that from oil importing country, it will make it become oil exporting country. That's for sure. So he really needs the oil price to come back down low so that he can sell oil. So if he is able to sell more crude oil to the world, then the income statement of United States will be really strong. Then it will show that US is profiting because of him. He's a good businessman. So this is all planned, all well planned, right? It's rigged. So, but it's not the same point of view in Middle East, and Russia, because for traditional oil drill in most of countries, the cost is $17 per barrel. So right now they're selling at $50. They are also losing money. But for some of the oil stock companies, oil stocks, is a different story. As long as, because last year is we always say that oil companies are all going to bankrupt. So right now, if we see $26, this is a solid bottom, then right now it's $50. It may not be profiting pretty good right now, but the chance of bankrupting right now is really a lot lower right now. So the stock price will be reflected the bad news, and the stock price will be going up right now, right? So one of the stock I like is Chevron Group. So we've been suggesting since last year, like January last year, exactly, it's almost 1 year. So it's went up from around $80 range to right now highest 120. So right now the trend is really ugly for sure, right? Because I'll tell you, oil price, if it drop below 52, and latest tomorrow, not today, tomorrow it is to go back up above 52.5, and technically it will turn good again, and possibly it will chance for $55 to $70 range. If today or tomorrow it keeps on dropping, then I think technically you have a trend of going down. Then you prepare that it may hit $46 to $47 range. With any good rebound signal, will say that will share and update you guys that oil may be a good chance to buy. But right now we can't do anything today. We can wait for tomorrow. But there's nothing about luck. So when chance comes, it's only for those who prepared. All right. So that's basically my update. So take notes, jot down the notes before, like in the clips, the points, NASDAQ, oil, and gold. So hopefully you can make a smart investment decision today or tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll come back and then see you guys. So make sure you subscribe my YouTube channel, and make sure you can hit the bell notification, or like my Facebook page, both called Greg VC, which is my name. Or you can leave me some comments on what to talk about, what assets to talk about, or what I can share about the investment knowledge, especially what I post on every Saturday about the voice and the animation educational clip. So you can give me some suggestion, you can talk to me. So I see that one of the clip already hit more than 1,000 views. I'm really thankful. And the subscribers from 4 to 19 now. Really a really good solid growth right now. So I thank you all guys. You're all early comers, all early fans and friends, and you can do some research of me in the Chinese markets. The fans there really supportive and pretty good during on. But I'll continue to bust my ass to expand the investment philosophy globally, because I think it shouldn't be stopped because of language. And luckily enough, I know Cantonese, Chinese, Mandarin, and also English. It's not fluent, but I guess it's understandable. Hopefully you guys can benefit and learn something from my bad experience. So I will see you next time. It's tomorrow, Thursday. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.